He gets set for his next shot here on the 18th.
The players will face themselves with their first legitimate test at TPC River Highlands, the par 4 third.
Dogleg from right to left. Just avoid those bunkers both right and left. And there's not a single one up there on that green. This green is fairly flat with runoffs on all sides of this green. It's a wonderful design.
Playing this shot from around 120 yards.
Straight downwind. Tough to put a lot of spin on it and hold the green.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Already made a few birdies today, and this is another good look.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The fourth hole at TPC River Highlands certainly asks for a longer shot, Rich.
Danger here is leaving your tee shot out to the right in the trees and the bunker. If you hit it down the left-hand side, expect a much longer second shot.
Opting for the 5-wood. Yeah, nicely played.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
Let's take another look at Tiger from earlier. Setting up here with a very long putt.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Ooh. No, that's too bad. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Yeah, good job. Nice par.
Got to say, putting this well from this distance is a huge confidence booster.
Opting for the 3-wood. This one looks to be heading towards the green. That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. And he's down there. You got a read?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Ouch, that hurts. This is a par putt.
Yep, tracking well.
That's a good putt to make, that one. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 6th is the first of our par 5s, and at 586 playing slightly downhill, Rich, players should be enticed to go for this green in 2.
Most players in this field will be looking to knock it on in 2. Tee shots want to favor the right-hand side to shorten up the hole ever so slightly. The second shot will be semi-blind, taking it over some bunkers and some mounds to a green that runs from right to left. Bunker front left and a runoff area over on the right-hand side. Shouldn't be too much of a bother for most of these players.
This would be a good putt to make to move inside the top 20 on the leaderboard. Oh, so close. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. I like the look of this. And with that, that's their 4th birdie. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant. The par 4 7th, just under 450 yards in length, Rich. 2 just accurate shots needed here.
Just a straightaway drive and a straightaway second shot will get it done 8 days a week on this hole. This second shot, though, into a green that has 2 tiers on it. If you're not on the correct tier in 2, you're going to face a difficult putt.
Rich, why don't we catch up on some of the other action going on around the course? And Henny, what's he looking at here?
Setting up here from about 155.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
They're going with a bit more club here. Let's see if it was the right call.
Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. Okay, steady now. It's just about 3 feet away. The putt drops, and we're moving on. I really like the 8th here at TPC River Highlands, a good par 3.
This is a strong par 3. Water shouldn't come into play as it's some 15 yards short of the green. However, there's runoff areas both right and left that could cause some issues for these players.
Now 4 under par. Par putt coming up here. Now nothing to sweat over that one. Well hold. Now 6 strokes back after that hole. The 9th is a par 4, right on 400 yards, Rich. But recently, players have been a little bit more aggressive off the tee.
Players are trying to take all the bunkers in the fairway out of play by taking driver and hitting it over the right-hand one. From there, players will have a very simple second shot to a green that's fairly bland, Luke. There's just not much to it. This is a great birdie opportunity.
Oh, well played. And Henny, what are they looking at here?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
That's frustrating. And this one is for his par. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. And this putt to move into the top 10. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Currently at -4 for the round. The second 9 starts with a great par 4, this 10th hole, and really features a big tree off the tee.
I love this tee shot. It is narrow. You have to thread a bunch of trees. This is a great opportunity to tee that driver up low and chase it down that fairway. Second shot downhill ever so slightly to a green that chases away from you. What a wonderful, wonderful hole.
This one looks like it's going right. No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Didn't that look good for a long time? 11 feet to the cup.
This one to save par.
That's well holed. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Downhill par 3s, Rich. Lots of fun to play, particularly when it's only a wedge.
Yes, but be careful from the wind. This green is surrounded by large trees, and that wind can really swirl around this green. It's a good opportunity to make birdie, but bogeys might happen if you're not careful.
Good shot there. Our man on the ground, John, he's down there. What's the news?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Jon Rahm as he gets set for his next shot here on the 16th.
And back to the course with the live action. This one's for birdie. Just didn't drop. Okay, let's head to the next. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Rich, the 12th, a par 4 measuring just over 400 yards. How do you play it?
Grip it and rip it. Those fairway bunkers down the right-hand side, they are really not a big bother, so try and take those on as best you can. The further you drive it down there, your second shot becomes so much easier as this green is perched above you. Again, another good birdie opportunity here.
That's tidy. 9 feet to the cup.
This is their look at birdie.
Oh, nice looking putt. Beautiful shot. And that will take him to 5 under. Well, that's certainly a step in the right direction. Keep it going. Well, birdies would certainly be on the mind of the players when they stand on the tee at the par 5 13th, Rich. But there are bogeys here as well if you're not careful.
Don't get careless with this tee shot. don't avoid the water on the right and try and hit it down the left-hand side, because out of bounds comes in quickly, just left of those fairway bunkers. From the fairway, you have to decide where you want to go for it or lay it up out to the right. Any shots missed out to the right will leave a delicate chip to a green that runs away from the player towards the water.
Putting for an eagle.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
Ooh, right by the hole. This putt to move into the top 20 on the leaderboard. Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And that moves them to -6 for the tournament. Let's head to the 14th, Rich. A short par 4, but you've got to hit your tee shot up the hill.
Up the hill, dogleg from right to left, but one of the most generous fairways on this golf course, if not the most generous. Anything up to the right-hand side will open up the second shot to the green that sits well below you. Any tee shots missed over to the left, however, you could have some tree issues.
Let's get back to it, shall we? It's always important to club down when playing from an elevated position. Terrific shot, and a chance for birdie coming up here at the 14th.
Nearly doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot. Looking good.
Don't want to state the obvious, Rich, but a little too hard, that one. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Trailing by 7 after that hole. Well, Rich, as we approach the closing holes here at TPC River Highlands, there are some significant shots to hit, and here at 15, it's certainly one of them.
The tee shot is most definitely an important shot. If you hit a little bit too far left, water scary close to the left-hand side. Out to the right is no good. Length isn't nearly as important as how straight you can drive it.
All in all, a very exciting short par 4.
Love this hole.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Love watching this player around the greens.
He's sharing 13th place.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
The final par 3 at TPC River Highlands certainly brings a lot of elements into play.
Multiple tiers on this green. If you find the right tier, you have a good birdie opportunity. But if you hit a wayward shot, both right, left, long, or, let's face it, short, you're in a bad spot.
Going with the 5-iron here. Yeah, good safe shot, this one. That should find the surface. Gee, I wish I could play like this myself.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
This is on a great line.
And that's for birdie. Well holed. Oh, here he comes into the top 10 with a bolt. He's in a share of 10th position. Well, this lake that is a real feature here in the closing holes at TPC River Highlands comes into play also off the tee at 17.
The most intimidating shot on the golf course, the tee shot here at 17. Bail left, you could find the bunkers, and if you bail right, you better bring your waders.
And this shot here coming up from around 130 yards.
Pretty good shot there.
Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity. It was on a good line. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
Putt is underway.
Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. And now intrepid on-course reporter John standing by.
Hey guys, we are checking in here with Lexi Thompson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 18th.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. The finishing hole at TPC River Highlands has gone through a few adjustments over the last handful of years, and it's also seen a very significant moment in the history of the PGA Tour.
Plenty of fantastic moments here. Tee shot goes back up the hill, over a rise, semi-blind tee shot, find the fairway, and you're going to have an excellent look at the green and a possibility of making birdie.
It was the site of the lowest ever round recorded on the PGA Tour, a 58 if you don't mind. Oh, look at this, right down the throat. What a wonderful display this has been. And this putt is for a final score of 61. And with that, that closes out the event for this player. Well, Rich, that's a shame. They came out of the gates very fast, but in the end just fizzled out.
When you get off to a hot start like that, usually there's only one place to go, Luke, and that's down. And unfortunately, that's what happened to this player. It's a shame.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beem, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
TK Sports and the PGA Tour, proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the John Deere Classic. Today's coverage is about to begin.
Welcome to the Quad Cities. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. We're here for the John Deere Classic, and when we get off the tractors and the big toys, we've got to get down to business. This TPC Deere Runners really a place where you've got to make hay.
You do. In fact, they have a opportunity on Tuesday where the players go and they dig out a big hole. They call it the Big Dig, and that's what they need to do this week. Take it deep. Historically, 59s have been shot around here. Players usually getting into 20 under par-ish to win the tournament. So it's a good opportunity late in the season for players that might be outside the top 125 to get on a good run, make a bunch of birdies, get inside that top 125. Easier said than done in some examples, but I got to say, all in all, it's a great opportunity on a good venue.
Well, I'm certainly looking forward to the birdie bonanza.
Today's promising to be an exciting one, so let's get straight into the action.
Currently 1 under for the round. Welcome to this par 5 hole.
You want to cut the corner as much as possible to shorten your second shot on this par 5. Should you do that, a very straightforward second shot will set up birdies and eagles all day long. Find the trouble off the tee, and you'll find trouble on the rest of the hole. Don't fool yourself.
Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Well played. What an eagle. And now at 3 under overall. Here we are at the 3rd.
Par 3, 183 yards up the hill, blind tee shot. The big miss here is short right in that deep bunker. Should you find that bunker, you're also going to find yourself making bogey or worse. Anywhere on the green is a good shot.
Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Oh, terrific. What an effort. Currently 4 under for the round. Let's see what happens here on the 4th.
Par 4, 448 yards, sweeping dogleg left to right, big tree in the middle, missed that, and you've got a simple second shot into a sliver of a green.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135. All right, we're going with an extra club here.
Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Hey, guys, we're checking in with Will Zalatoris as he gets set for his next shot here on the 7th.
And back to the play, shall we? Lining up the birdie putt here. This is a good chance. Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
He's in a share of 12th place.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Next up is this 2-shot hole.
Par 4. This fairway chases away from the players down the hill, so tee shots will run forever, setting up a second shot that is very simple and straightforward.
TPC Deere Run, Rich, is full of forced carries, and the 5th is no different.
I love the second shot. Should you find the fairway, you have a very simple shot down the hill where you can see the entirety of the green. You will go flag hunting with your second at the 5th.
And now we go to the 14th, where this happened a moment ago.
Oh, I gotta say, this is a gorgeous thing, isn't it?
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 4 strokes off the lead. Oh, wonderfully played chip shot.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Now 4 back after that hole. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Par 4 measures just 361 yards, but only the long players will try and drive this green. The others, lay it up with an iron, wedge it on, hit it close, make your birdie.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Yeah, that was a safe play. Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. In she goes. Let's head to the next. The leader now has a one-stroke advantage. Deep into the front nine. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Par 3 down the hill. It seemingly plays short, but I can promise you it doesn't.
Well, this one's right at the pin. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. And this putt to move into the top 10. Ooh. A par putt awaits. And that putt'll drop. Well done. Here's some action from just a short time ago. And after that effort, that's how it looks. Trailing by 4 strokes. And a par 4 awaits at this next hole.
Par 4, every single shot plays uphill. Make sure to take plenty of club.
Nicely done. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Good look here for a second shot.
Second shot here on the 8th. And choosing the 8-iron here.
This one is all over it.
Good chance this one, right on 6 feet.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 6 under. He finds himself currently tied for 12th.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing. What a gargantuan tee shot.
Second shot here on the 9th. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And that should secure the par on this one. He finds himself in a share of 15th position. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 5.
Par 5, 581 yards. Most players will be laying up for their second shots as a large pond on the right-hand side of the green will collect your golf ball if you hit a wayward one going forward in 2.
That was wonderfully done. A fair bit on the line here. Spot the top 5. Oh, so close. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
That starts off on a good line.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible. Will Zalatoris currently leading the event as we head to the next hole. I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Par 4, 428-yard tree line hole. Difficult driving hole all the way around, but should you find the fairway, the second shot on a little plateau just above the fairway is very basic.
Nice out the rough here.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Come on, ball. Come on.
That's a good putt to make. That sets the great players from the good ones.
And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Okay, let's get back to the action.
And as we take a look at the leaderboard, and there he is, Will Zalatoris, your leader.
Teeing off here on the 12th hole.
Par 3 plays 208 yards from the back. In saying that, this is a good birdie opportunity as the green is massive in size.
Good shot there, Beamer. And as they stand over this putt, it's for a share of 3rd spot. This one's tracking. Ouch, that hurts. An opportunity to make their par. Let's catch up with a human one-iron, Will Zalatoris from earlier. Well, this is a fair reason why our leader is where he is on the leaderboard.
Let's take a look at the current standings. And that impressive young man, Will Zalatoris, currently leads this one.
Well, 13th. That's unlucky for some, Rich.
Par 4 back up the hill, 418 yards, the widest fairway on the golf course. Avoid all those bunkers. Second shot up the hill to a narrow green that slopes off on both sides.
And inside the red zone, around 110 yards to go. 4 shots behind our leader. Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Super shot, that. I will take that also into the top 5 now.
And it's Will Zalatoris in top spot.
It's time to tee off here at the 14th hole.
Par 4, 357 yards. Almost every player in the field will be giving it a whirl. Knock it on, and you could be rewarded with an eagle, too.
Found the green side rough.
Oh, wow. What a shot. And that'll be a big boost to his standings on the leaderboard. Why not take another look at that effort?
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
After that hole, they sit in 2nd place, behind the leader, Will Zalatoris.
The finish at TPC Deer Run is full of birdie opportunities and some low scoring to be had, Rich. This 14th hole is certainly part of that lineup.
Par 4, 456 in length from the back tee. Must find the fairway off the tee shot to have any hope of finding the green in 2. Large trees line the right and left-hand side of the fairway.
Oh, absolutely flushed. Trying to move to 12 under par with this putt. Okay, steady now.
Putting for a par here.
And the putt drops, now 11 under, heading down the stretch.
And they're going to have to really focus in here to try and chase down that leader.
And now stepping onto this par 3 hole.
Par 3 only plays 153, but a tricky little green to say the least. Don't let the beauty of the river to your left swallow you in. This is a tough but fun little par 3.
Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card.
Will Zalatoris currently sitting in top spot on the leaderboard.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
Players looking for a fast finish on the par 5, 550 yards. Second shot does play up the hill, but there's plenty of room to miss your second shot around this green. Must make birdie for the players in the field.
Well, after a successful drive at the 17th at TPC Deer Run, the players are faced with a question. Rich, lay up or go for it?
Second shot straight back up the hill. Most players will bail just a little bit left as the green tends to run away quite a bit down the slope on the right-hand side. This is a great opportunity and possibly the final birdie opportunity on this golf course.
Oh, well played.
Looking ahead now, and this player is currently tied for first in the standings alongside Will Zalatoris.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
And this player now tees off on their final hole of the event, tied for the lead.
Luke, there's some anxious moments out there. It would not shock me at all to see this go to a playoff.
From around 170 yards here, he's currently tied for the lead. Going with the 7.
Great looking shot this. And here we have a putt to win the John Deere Classic.
Good stuff today, especially the short.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for your John Deere Classic winner?
What a spectacular performance all week long by this player. Clutch performance, clutch win by this player.
Well, Rich, after that hot start, it's probably little surprise that this player powered through to victory.
It's very rare where you see a player absolutely dominate a field like they did in this tournament. Unbelievable job all around.
Well, that'll just about do it. On behalf of Rich Beem, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Genesis Scottish Open is about to kick off. Luke Elvey here alongside Rich Beam at the beautiful Renaissance Golf Club on the Scottish Golf Coast, Rich, and this is a strong opener.
It is. Scorecard yardage is 465 yards. You have to avoid that bunker down the left-hand side off the tee. You find the fairway, it opens up the green. It kind of sits caddy corner to the players for their second shot.
Well, there's so much excitement and anticipation in the air. I can't wait to see how it plays out. And what are we looking at with their approach shot, Rich?
Green sits slightly above the players. There's bunkers dotting the front left and one just front right. If they do throw it to the left and long, it will come down a pretty good sized slope back onto the center of the green.
Just didn't drop. Putting for a par now. Starting the round at even par.
That's a rock solid par right there.
Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
Strong par 4 here, just under 500 yards. There's a bunker down the left-hand side you must avoid if you want a clear opening for your second shot. Narrow fairway up there. A good tee shot's a must.
Holing this one out.
Let's return to live play now. Playing this shot from about 180 yards. Going with the 6-iron here.
Club up. I like this play.
What's in front of them, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
This one's dialed in. And that will drop in for a birdie. Currently 1 under for the tournament. As we head to the third hole, Rich, one of the very good scoring opportunities here at the Renaissance Club.
Yes, Luke, just about 600 yards or so. Players must hit it out to the left-hand side with their tee shots. Anything right is going to go into a huge cluster of trees where they're going to have all kinds of problems.
That's a chunky lie. It's going to take all their talents to get out of this one. That's nicely done. And here we are with the third shot. Going with the pitching wedge here. This one looks just a fraction too long to me. Oh, a 9-foot chance here.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Better than most.
And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies moving the right direction there, Luke.
And as we take a look at the fourth hole, a shortish par 4, Rich.
Yes, just around the 415-yard mark. Players who take out driver and drive it up into the narrow section of the fairway will get a really good look with their second shots.
From about 130 yards here. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. This putt will move them to 3 under par. That was a gallant attempt. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
These are on rails, looking good.
And there it is. And big bad Bubba Watson currently leads the field. The fifth hole, Rich, a really good risk-reward short 4.
Most players, Luke, should go for this short par 4, but watch out for the green because this green has got all kinds of danger on it. Twists, turns, bobs, weaves, ducks, it's got it all.
Atta boy, good shot. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this, they can be costly. Bubba Watson is 1 shot ahead of the field. And the first of our short holes here at the Renaissance Club, Rich, is the par 3 6th.
Oh, this is a nasty little par 3 dotted by some pot bunkers on the front part of it. A big one over there on the right-hand side. Club selection is imperative.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
How close was that to going down? He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. And the 7th on the card, Rich, our second of the opening 9 par 5s.
Yeah, look, a fairly generous driving area. There's just a couple of bunkers you have to worry about. However, you find the fairway. Now your chances of making birdie or better increase significantly.
Great shot. Rich, I know you've got terrific history in Europe. You've spent plenty of time over here. You've been revered by the European Tour. You broadcast to a European audience. How special is it for you to be here at the Scottish Open this week?
I absolutely love being back at the Scottish Open, Luke. Not only because of the venue, because of the fans in the game. They're so knowledgeable. You hit a shot to 30 feet and you hear all sorts of people hooting and hollering because they know how good of a shot that was. If you had a bad angle coming out of a rough lie, whatever it is. I just love it coming back here because it seems like they have a interest, a knowledge, and a passion for the game, unlike almost any fans around the world. I think that being in Scotland, playing over here, and having to use your imagination, hitting all the shots that are required to play well over in Scotland is imperative. And I think this is why Americans love to come over here, because it's a completely different kind of golf than what they're used to back in the U.S.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par. Time to take a look at some of the action from elsewhere on the course. And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. The 9th is a strong par 3, Rich, one of the longer ones.
It is. There's some bunkers on the right-hand side that you absolutely must avoid. If you miss it on the left-hand side, however, you've got to pitch uphill to a green that will slope away from you. A par here is a really good score.
His putt is of 9 feet. And that putt will give them birdie number 6 on the day. And that will move him to 6 under par. Oh, that's a high caliber shot. Second shot here at the 10th. Well, that's certainly showcasing all their talents there. That's impressive.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Oh, just missed. That's disappointing. Putting for birdie. And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard. And that will take him to 7 under. Rich, I know this next hole's one of your favourites, the 11th here at the Renaissance Club.
This is one of the coolest holes I've ever played, Luke. It's a dogleg from left to right, fairly generous teeing area. Don't want to miss it too far right, however. But the second shot into this green, this could be the coolest green I've ever seen. It's got more movement than any other green I've seen in competition. I absolutely love this hole.
Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. Remember, there's 2 important parts of a putt, line and length. Too much length on that one. 8 feet to the cup. Nicely holed and for par. Now 5 strokes behind. The 12th, Rich, par 3, just over 200 yards on the card.
You're back uphill just a little bit. What really makes this hole difficult, Luke, though, is when the wind is coming directly in the player's face. When that happens, ooh, watch out. This hole is a doozy.
Opting for the 5-iron. This one looks like it will safely make the green.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Yeah, he's got just over 16 feet here.
Ooh, right by the hole. Big putt for par coming up.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Another beautiful hole, Rich. This one right along the coast, the 13th.
Oh, this is breathtaking off the tee, isn't it? But don't let the views suck you in. Even though it's a wide fairway, you got to hit it down the right-hand side as this fairway pitches significantly from right to left. Find the fairway and happy days.
Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure. This putt is for a spot inside the top 10. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And he dances his way to the top 10 after that delightful shot. He's currently tied for 9th. All right, getting into our final stretch. Time to tee off here at the 14th. Going with the 8-iron here.
Good sounding strike, that one.
And Rich, why don't we just get a little Tiger highlight from a moment ago? Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th.
It's looking solid.
And down it goes. So that's back-to-back birdies.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Look out world was his statement when he came out onto the Pro Tour. And we look back in the greatness in sports, right across all sport in the world. Has one player or one athlete had a greater impact on their sport more than Tiger Woods did for golf?
I hate to say no, because I also look back at the sport, Luke, when Arnold Palmer came through. Good-looking fella and just kind of came from a blue-collar background. And I kind of think that Arnold Palmer paved the way for a Tiger Woods then go out and dominate, because golf was already on the radar. It just wasn't nearly as much on the radar as it is now because of Tiger. But I think because of what Arnold Palmer did, he set the groundwork for all of this. But in saying that, in the modern era, in the modern game, to be fair, and you look at every sport across the books, and I don't care whether you're talking about Tom Brady, LeBron James right now, I don't think you have a bigger player globally, with the exception of maybe Messi or Ronaldo, than Tiger Woods. I just think that from a global standpoint, Tiger Woods, whenever he shows his face anywhere, people lose their minds. Like, grown men lose their minds if they get a glimpse of Tiger Woods from 50 yards away. I've seen it before, Luke, and I'll see it again, but it never seems to amaze me, baffle me, make me giggle a little bit. Like, holy cow, this guy's Elvis. He's Elvis Presley. I mean, because Elvis was the biggest guy in the world as far as I could tell. It's mind-boggling how big Tiger Woods is in this game, and continues to be and will forever be.
Just 3 feet to the cup. Job done. Let's head to the next. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. And as we make our way to the finishing hole here, Rich, how is this 18th at the Renaissance Club?
This is an absolute brute, Luke. Just under 500 yards, and you must find the fairway. You cannot geek it down this hole off the tee. There is danger both left and right.
This one from about 160 yards out.
Puff of wind blowing right to left for him.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
And this putt is for an astonishing score of 58. Gets that one to go down, and that'll end the day's work. Rich, not a bad week, but so close to the win.
Second place, Luke. Yeah, it's nice, but what could have been? I think that's going to eat at the player.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.